Same time, we all have very good ball clubs.
Do you have confidence going to the postseason based on how you guys have pitched? Because you've really done a nice job with it.
I always have confidence. I always have confidence we're going to win. And our pitching's been good. Our defense has been pretty good. And our offense actually has been pretty good the last 30 ball games and getting better. And we actually swung the bats pretty good this weekend. Just didn't swing with the right times, and that's really the key to winning. So we got to do a little better job with that.
Seems like over the course of this season that you sort of see this team grow up a little bit. It's a young squad. Does that happen with every team, or is this team a little bit unique in how much they've matured as the season has gone along?
Every team gets better usually, and you hope that we play our best baseball at the end of the season. But this team in particular, because we have so many young guys, has gotten better and better and better, and you can probably see it more from the stands or from your eyes. You can probably see it. I can definitely see it as a team, as a coach. I see our players getting more mature, you get more confident, you get a little feel in their oats a little bit, and they're pretty well focused.
Did they surprise you at all? I mean, they weren't really expected to contend for the division, and then all of a sudden coming into the last day, you had a shot to win it.
Yeah, we had a shot to win the thing, and I wouldn't say it surprised me, but I was hoping we could put something together. Early in the season, I saw us as a pretty good team. Late in the season, I see us as a much better team, and a team that I wouldn't want to bump into if I was playing us, and I think that's kind of how I look at it. And so hopefully we can play well, but we've got some really good baseball ahead of us, some tough baseball ahead of us this weekend, and a lot will tell about how far we've come.
Do you think the pitching is right there with the kind of teams you've had over the years that have been able to make a deep run in the postseason?
Well, we've always had some pretty good pitching, and we've had some times where we had some real good pitching, so this pitching's been good. I think from top to bottom, and the guys, the roles that we have between Firth, Campbell, Patrick Andrews, Clayton Schmidt came on the other night. Zach Irwin's been doing a good job for us in relief. We had to use him as a starter. Crownover really came on, did a great job for us, and then and Daniel Gossett, has been good all season long, and we've had some other guys that had some bumps in the roads here and there, but for the most part have been very good. So we'll see what happens with us. I think we're trying to decide on what we're going to do with Matthew Crownover this weekend. To be honest with you, he's been a little sore, so it's a possibility he may not pitch this week.
From your experience, can you extrapolate the way you guys play in the ACC tournament to how well you've been able to then play, in the NCAA tournament? Does a good ACC tournament kind of carry over, or vice versa?
I think if you play good baseball at the end of the year, then you usually play well during the ACC tournament, and you play well in the regional, and play well in the super regional, that kind of thing. So I hope there's some translation to it, But if you don't play well, then you got to wipe it off, and that's happened before. And then you just be ready for the regional and move your way on to the next one. But I just like the way we've been playing. I'm just concerned about our next game, playing NC State. Be a really good challenge for us. They're a good baseball team, so I'm really just thinking about that game, to be honest with you.
From an offensive standpoint, you always have liked to play aggressively. Is this team tooled about as well as you could ask for the kind that, take that extra base, that kind of?
Yeah. When we play that well offensively and play that aggressive style of baseball, and our kids use their speed like we can and run the bases and their bunt game and everything, then I really like the way we play. The engine's been churning pretty good for the last 25, 30 games, and so I want to keep that thing going.
Do you? I know you get asked this a lot here in the last couple of weeks, but do you think you guys have done enough to host a regional that you think you got it? Your resume speaks for itself.
Well, I think so. We've got 39 wins, and we've got 18 and 12 in the conference. It's number one rated conference in the country. I think there should be 4 or 5. I think it could be 5 hosts in our conference this year. It's happened before in some other conferences, and this year we're ranked number one. All 8 of our teams are going to the tournament are in the top 22 RPIs in the country. It's pretty strong, and so I would say that we're in a pretty good position.
Do you have to tell this team to sort of focus on the task at hand? I mean, obviously there are a lot of questions about host sites and stuff. I mean, but that's not the task at hand right now.
Yeah, I really am just concerned again. Like we're playing NC State, and that's what I'll tell them on the bus, and that's all they need to worry about. They're so young, and so these guys are they're not locked in on the whole total picture. They get an idea of it, but these guys can hardly see further than the end of their hand, at that age. So you just got to keep them locked in on what we got coming up on Wednesday. And that will be my main focus when I get on the bus with them today.
At the same time, do you think that playing 60-odd games or whatever you played to this point is enough to have them mature enough, so to speak, to make a postseason run?
Yeah, I think the 60 games, you know, the 55 games that we played, 56 games we've played so far, you know, there's a lot of growing up. There's a lot of pitches that they've seen in the batter's box, a lot of batters that they've seen, you know, step into the batter's box. There's played a lot of close ball games. We've been in a number of one-run ball games throughout the season, so I think everybody's matured enough so that all the freshmen now should be sophomores, and you know, all those sophomores should be juniors, and everybody should be, you know, matured enough to have moved up a year in their experience level.
When you look at this team just right now, do you think you exceeded your expectations or the team's expectations?